Have you ever wondered why some seniors seem to defy the effects of aging and maintain impressive muscle strength without ever stepping foot in a gym? What's their secret? Surprisingly, it all comes down to a few simple exercises, done right at home, with no fancy equipment or expensive gym memberships. Imagine this: no pressure, no overwhelming routines, just steady, consistent movements that keep the body strong and the mind even stronger. And here's the truth: this isn't about trying to work out like you're in your 20s. It's about discovering which exercises truly help you age gracefully, avoid unnecessary hospital visits, and feel confident in your body every single day. That's exactly why today, I'm excited to share 5 simple, daily exercises that seniors with well-maintained strong muscles swear by. These aren't random tips pulled out of thin air. They're grounded in real-life experience and backed by solid scientific research, as well as recommendations from physical therapists and people just like you, those who want to feel better, not just look better. If you've ever felt discouraged because every workout you try feels too intense or simply ineffective, this might just be the solution you've been searching for. Once you discover how surprisingly simple and incredibly effective these exercises are, you'll realize that building strength after 60 isn't as complicated as it seems. It's not about extreme effort. It's about staying consistent and making the right moves each day. Stick with me, because by the time this video ends, you'll have 5 straightforward yet powerful exercises that can transform your everyday life. Whether you're hoping to lift a grocery bag with ease, step up onto a curb without hesitation, or simply stand taller and prouder in front of your mirror, these moves can make a remarkable difference. Let's dive right in with the first movement: the chair stand. There's something unexpectedly powerful about the simple act of standing up from a chair, not with a groan or by pushing yourself up forcefully, but with control and strength. Instead of relying on your arms, this movement focuses on the power of your legs, your core, and your sense of balance. It's called the chair stand. At first glance, it might not seem impressive, but it's truly the foundation for lower body strength. In fact, it's the very first exercise I do every single morning. Have you ever noticed how some people struggle just to get up from a chair as they get older? One of the earliest signs of losing muscle strength with age is the way someone rises from a seated position. They begin to lean far forward, press down on the armrests, or push off their knees. It may look like a harmless habit, but it's often a quiet signal from the body saying, "I don't have enough leg strength anymore." That's exactly why this exercise matters so much. It doesn't just help you stand up straighter, it's a powerful way to maintain your independence. Here's how it's done. Start by sitting on a sturdy chair. No cushions, no recliners. Make sure your feet are planted flat on the floor. Then, cross your arms over your chest. Slowly rise to a standing position, using only the strength of your legs, no pushing off with your hands. Then, carefully sit back down with control. That counts as 1 repetition. In the beginning, aim for 5 to 10 reps, depending on your comfort level. And the beauty of this exercise? It takes less than 3 minutes to complete, but the benefits can last throughout the day. I once met a man named Larry, who was 78 years old and had been living alone ever since his wife passed away. He shared with me that he began doing chair stands every morning after his doctor urged him to strengthen his legs. At first, he could barely manage 3, but within just 2 weeks, he worked his way up to 10 repetitions. More than the numbers, though, what mattered most to him was the pride he felt every time he stood up without any assistance. That's the kind of quiet, personal victory we're aiming for here. It's not flashy, and it won't grab headlines, but it's life-changing. So whether you currently struggle to get up from a chair, or even if you don't, you'll want to make this your go-to daily exercise. It's not about lifting heavy weights, it's about lifting yourself. Because the stronger your legs become, the more freedom you'll have to go for a walk, carry your groceries with ease, or rise from your couch without a second thought. That's why so many seniors with strong, healthy muscles rely on this simple movement. It's not glamorous, but it steadily rebuilds your body, 1 repetition at a time. Now, let's move on to the next exercise, the wall push-up. If someone told you there's a single movement that could strengthen your chest, arms, shoulders, and even improve your balance without ever having to get down on the floor, would you believe it? That's exactly what the wall push-up offers. And let me tell you, it has become one of the most trusted daily habits among strong, active seniors I know, including myself. Most people hear the word push-up and immediately think of something exhausting, sweaty, or even painful. That's because the traditional floor push-up steals all the attention. But here's a little secret. The wall version is just as effective at building upper body strength when practiced consistently. Plus, it's far safer and gentler for aging bodies. There's no pressure on your wrists, no discomfort in your back, just pure muscle engagement and better posture with every single repetition. Here's how you do it. Stand facing a wall, positioning yourself about an arm's length away. Place your hands flat on the wall at shoulder height, keeping them just slightly wider than your shoulders. Make sure your body stays in a straight line. No sagging bellies or rounded backs. Then, slowly bend your elbows, bringing your chest closer to the wall in a controlled motion. Once you've reached a comfortable point, push yourself back to the starting position. That's one repetition. Aim for 10 to 15 reps at your own pace. And here's something important. The slower and more controlled your movements are, the more benefits you'll feel. This exercise isn't about speed or power, it's about steady progress. But here's what makes this move even more special. Wall push-ups don't just build muscles, they actually teach your body to function as a whole. Your arms don't push on their own. Your core muscles work to keep you steady, your shoulders stay engaged, and your breathing deepens naturally. Every time you push away from that wall, you're training your body to move with purpose, balance, and control. Let me share a story with you about a woman named Ruth. She's 81 years old and had been struggling with weakening arm strength. Even simple tasks, like opening a jar, had become difficult for her. One day, her grandson showed her how to do wall push-ups. She started with just 5 repetitions a day. After a month, she had worked her way up to 15. But the real success wasn't just in the numbers. She proudly told me that she could once again carry her own grocery bags. She could open doors without hesitation. And most importantly, she no longer felt powerless when reaching for something on a high shelf. That's the kind of independence this simple movement can restore. So, if you've been feeling weakness in your arms, if your shoulders ache from disuse, or if you simply want to regain that sense of strength without risking injury, this should become your second daily exercise. It's not a competition. It's not about sweating or pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about slowly and steadily building strength that shows up in everyday life, in the moments that matter most. Whether you're lifting your grandkids, grabbing your favorite coffee mug, or confidently pushing open a heavy front door, this exercise can make a world of difference. If you're still watching and finding value in these tips, I'd love to hear from you. Please type the number 2 in the comments below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on new videos. Your support truly helps us continue creating helpful, inspiring content for you. Now, let's move on. It might not seem flashy or complicated, but this movement is something you've already done thousands of times throughout your life. Yet, when you practice it with intention, it transforms into one of the most powerful ways to strengthen your legs, protect your independence, and even sharpen your coordination. I'm talking about the sit-to-stand movement. Here's why this simple action is far more important than you might think. Your ability to rise from a chair without using your hands is actually one of the clearest indicators of lower body strength. And your lower body strength is directly linked to your balance, walking speed, and your ability to prevent dangerous falls. In fact, several wellness studies focusing on older adults have shown that those who can perform multiple sit-to-stand repetitions without needing their hands tend to have a much lower risk of mobility issues later in life. Isn't it incredible how such a basic movement can reveal so much about your health? So, how do you perform this exercise correctly? Start by choosing a sturdy chair, Not too low, not too soft. Sit down with your feet planted flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Cross your arms over your chest or extend them straight out in front of you. Then, press firmly through your heels and slowly stand up, keeping your back straight and your core muscles engaged. Once you've reached a full standing position, slowly lower yourself back down into the chair, but no sudden drops. Move with control and avoid plopping down. That's 1 repetition. Begin with 5 reps, then gradually work your way up to 10 as you build confidence and strength. And here's a tip. Once that feels comfortable, try slowing down each movement even more. The slower you go, the harder your muscles work, and the greater the benefit you'll experience. This simple exercise targets key muscle groups like your quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes, those large muscles in your thighs and backside that are essential for walking, climbing stairs, and even getting out of bed with ease. When these muscles are strong, you'll notice less knee discomfort, more stable hips, and even better posture overall. Let me share a story with you about George, a 74-year-old retired mechanic who had always enjoyed tinkering with old radios. But over time, he started avoiding his beloved workshop because the stool he used was just too low and getting up from it became a struggle. His daughter encouraged him to try the sit-to-stand routine. At first, he chuckled and said, "I already know how to sit and stand." But after just 2 weeks of practicing 10 repetitions a day, he couldn't wait to call her back. "I can finally get off that stool again," he told her proudly, "and my knees don't groan like they used to." That's the quiet, steady strength this movement restores, without needing a gym, special equipment, or even a lot of time. And here's something even deeper. There's a remarkable psychological benefit to teaching your body how to rise again. It's not just about muscles or movement. It's about reminding yourself that you're not stuck, that you are still capable of lifting yourself up, both physically and mentally. It's the simple act of proving to yourself over and over that you can still get up whenever you need to. That knowledge creates something powerful. It builds confidence. It slowly replaces doubt with a sense of control. Suddenly, you don't feel like a burden to others. Instead, you feel like the strong, capable person you truly are, no matter your age. In fact, many seniors I've worked with take this movement a step further. Some add a gentle pause at the top of the motion, holding for just a moment to work on balance and steady, mindful breathing. Others position a mirror nearby, not out of vanity, but to watch their form and check their posture. It's a simple yet effective way to refine the movement and stay aware of how their body responds. That's the beauty of this exercise. You can tailor it to your own needs, challenging yourself gradually, at your own pace. And every bit of progress, no matter how small, deserves celebration. So, if you haven't yet incorporated this movement into your daily routine, I encourage you to start today. It's far more than just another exercise. It's a powerful reminder to both your body and your brain that you are still in control, that you still have the strength to rise and move forward, one mindful repetition at a time. Now, let's shift to another movement that might sound almost too easy at first, but trust me, it holds incredible power. I'm talking about the arm swing walk. This isn't the casual stroll you take while carrying a bag or scrolling on your phone. No, this is a purposeful, deliberate walk, where your arms and legs move together in a steady, rhythmic motion, working in harmony like a well-oiled machine. You might wonder, why does this movement matter so much? The truth is, as we get older, one of the first things to quietly decline, often without us noticing, is our natural walking coordination. Perhaps you've seen it before. Someone begins to shuffle instead of taking full steps. Their arms barely move as they walk. That shrinking of motion isn't always about muscle weakness. In many cases, it's a subtle sign of disconnection, where the brain slowly forgets how to coordinate the movements of the upper and lower body together. When that coordination fades, balance becomes shaky, strides shorten, and the risk of dangerous falls skyrockets. The good news? You can restore that lost connection, and all it takes is just a few minutes of focused arm swing walking each day. Here's how to do it. Stand tall, take a deep, calming breath, and begin walking at a pace that feels natural to you. But this time, place your full attention on your arms. Let them swing deliberately, not just from your elbows, but from your shoulders. Allow your arms to move freely in sync with your steps. Your arms should move smoothly and naturally, swinging in opposition to your legs. That means when your right foot steps forward, your left arm swings forward, and then the opposite happens on the next step. It might feel a bit exaggerated at first, but that's actually a good thing. It means you're reawakening that essential mind-body connection. Why does this simple movement help so much? Because walking, though often overlooked, is truly a full-body activity. When your arms swing, they help generate forward momentum, making your stride feel easier and more fluid. Beyond that, this motion boosts circulation, especially through your chest and shoulders, encouraging a more open and upright posture. But perhaps even more importantly, swinging your arms sends a powerful signal to your brain. It tells your nervous system, I'm alive, I'm moving, I'm coordinated. And that message alone can have a surprising effect. It can elevate your energy levels, sharpen your mental focus, and even lift your mood. I've witnessed how this small practice can transform lives. Let me tell you about Frances, an 81-year-old woman who used to walk with a slight limp. She had grown so accustomed to it that she barely noticed anymore. One day, her son introduced her to arm swing walking, encouraging her to try it. At first, she admitted feeling a bit awkward, like she was marching in place, but she decided to stick with it. Within just a week, she noticed remarkable changes. Her stride became smoother. Her shoulders relaxed and opened up. Her balance noticeably improved. And then she shared something with me that I'll never forget. She said, "When I walk with my arms now, I feel like I'm dancing instead of dragging." That's the kind of difference this simple movement can make, not just physically, but emotionally too. From a psychological perspective, arm swing walking offers another hidden benefit. It helps shift your mindset from a state of fear or hesitation to a sense of natural flow. You stop bracing yourself for every step. You stop overthinking your movements. Instead, your body starts to trust itself again. You begin walking with ease, confidence, and even a bit of joy. That shift in how you carry yourself doesn't just affect your walking, it influences everything. How you greet others, how you navigate through the store, even how you sit down or stand up throughout your day. And here's something fascinating that many people overlook. When your arms swing naturally as you walk, your spine gently rotates with every step. This subtle twisting motion helps keep your back flexible, reduces stiffness, and promotes better spinal health. In a way, it's like giving your spine a gentle massage every time you walk. And the best part? You don't need a treadmill, gym membership, or fancy equipment to enjoy these benefits. All it takes is your body, a bit of space, and a few minutes of mindful walking. You can do this just about anywhere, on the sidewalk, down a hallway, or even right in the middle of your living room. Some people enjoy adding light hand weights to their walks, and that's perfectly fine if your shoulders are in good health. But here's the truth. The real magic doesn't come from added weight. It comes from the movement itself. This isn't about adding more strain or resistance. It's about reconnecting with the natural rhythm of your body and retraining it to move smoothly and confidently again. So, I'd like to offer you a challenge, one that's gentle and encouraging, but still meaningful. The next time you go for a walk, make a conscious effort to swing your arms with purpose. Start with just 5 minutes. Then, if you're feeling good, aim for 10. As you do, pay close attention not only to how your body feels, but also to how your mood shifts, because something incredible happens when you walk like someone who's still full of life. The world begins to notice it too. And more importantly, you begin to see yourself that way again, vibrant, capable, and strong. If you're still here watching and finding these tips helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Please type the number 4 in the comments below to let me know you're here and engaged. And if you haven't already subscribed, I warmly encourage you to do so and turn on the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any of the helpful, inspiring content we share with this amazing community. Your support truly allows us to keep creating videos that inform, uplift, and empower. Now, let's move on to a simple yet powerful exercise that proves you don't need a gym, membership, fancy equipment, or high-tech machines to build real strength. This exercise is called the standing wall push, and it's one of the most effective movements older adults can practice to keep their upper body strong, their joints mobile, and their heart energized. What makes it so special is its simplicity. The standing wall push mimics the traditional push-up, but without the strain on your back, shoulders, or wrists. Instead of lowering yourself to the floor, which can be uncomfortable for your knees and nearly impossible for those dealing with arthritis or balance issues, you stay standing and use the wall as your base of support. And that small change makes all the difference. Let's walk through it together, step by step. Stand about 2 feet away from a wall with your feet positioned roughly shoulder-width apart. Place your hands flat against the wall at chest height, keeping them slightly wider than your shoulders. Slowly lean in toward the wall, bending your elbows to bring your chest closer. Keep the motion steady and controlled. Then, gently push yourself back until your arms are fully extended again. That's one complete repetition. The beauty of this movement is that you're in complete control. You choose the speed, the intensity, and the range of motion. And with every repetition, you're not just strengthening your arms. You're also engaging your chest, shoulders, and core, building a strong, stable foundation for everyday activities. With each repetition, you're not just working your chest, shoulders, and arms, you're also engaging your core and even your legs, which provide crucial stability throughout the movement. Now, you might be wondering, how is this different from other typical arm exercises? The difference lies in control. With wall pushes, you're using your own body weight in a unique way that not only strengthens your muscles, but also improves your stability at the same time. And that's important, because as we age, it's no longer just about building muscle. It's about maintaining control over the muscle we already have. This movement trains your body to coordinate your upper and lower halves together. It encourages better circulation, enhances posture, and gently teaches your body how to move with both power and safety. There's no risk of overexertion here, just mindful, effective movement. Let me share a story that truly shows the power of this exercise. Jack, a 74-year-old, had always been active when he was younger, but after injuring his shoulder in his late 60s, he gave up all upper body workouts. He simply believed it wasn't worth the pain. Over time, though, his posture began to deteriorate. His arms grew weaker, and even basic tasks, like opening jars or carrying grocery bags, became difficult and frustrating. That's when he decided to try wall pushes. In the beginning, he could only manage about 10 reps at a time. But after just a week of practice, something started to shift. He noticed his shoulders began to open up. The discomfort that had been limiting him began to ease. Within a month, he proudly told me he could complete 30 wall pushes without breaking a sweat. And what he said afterward really stayed with me. I thought I was too old to feel strong again, but now it feels like I've been given a second chance. That's the quiet magic of this exercise. It isn't about lifting heavy objects or chasing unrealistic fitness goals. It's about lifting yourself, both physically and emotionally. The wall push gently reawakens muscles that have been inactive for far too long. It restores posture that's been slowly collapsing under the weight of time. And perhaps most importantly, it reignites that powerful sense of agency, the deep, empowering feeling that yes, you can still change your body, whether you're 65, 74, or even well into your 80s. And here's something many people don't realize. There's a deeper psychological layer to this movement too. When you push against a wall, something solid, something that won't move, it mirrors the internal resistance we all face in life. Each time you push and feel your muscles responding, it's as if you're sending yourself a quiet but powerful message. I can push through. I'm not finished yet. That message doesn't just fade after your workout. It lingers. It gets stored deep within you, becoming part of how you stand, how you walk into a room, and even how you handle moments of stress or uncertainty. Many seniors I've spoken with have told me that this exercise changed far more than their physical strength. It changed how they see themselves. Many people discover something surprising after they start doing wall pushes regularly. They begin sleeping better. Why does this happen? Even though the movement feels gentle, it plays a powerful role in your body's internal balance. It helps regulate blood sugar, eases built-up tension, and triggers the release of feel-good endorphins that linger for hours afterward. Plus, the upright posture and steady, mindful breathing required during this exercise naturally soothe the nervous system. It's a simple action that brings both physical and emotional calm. So, how many wall pushes should you aim for? Begin with 10 repetitions. Rest for a moment, then try another round if you feel ready. Gradually, your goal is to build up to 3 sets of 10 reps per day. Once you reach that point, you'll be well on your way toward developing real upper body strength and confidence. And here's one of the most wonderful things about this exercise. It's quiet, it's simple, and it fits seamlessly into your daily routine. You don't need workout clothes or special shoes. You could even do it in your pajamas if you wanted to. Yet the impact goes far beyond the few minutes it takes. Every time you press yourself away from that wall, you're not just building muscle. You're rebuilding your self-trust. You're reclaiming a part of yourself that may have been set aside or forgotten over the years. That's the heart of what real movement is all about. Now, let's reflect for a moment. The older we get, the more society tries to convince us that slowing down is simply part of the aging process. We're told that stiff joints, sore muscles, and fading energy are just the price we must pay for growing older. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be that way. What I've seen again and again is something truly inspiring. The people who keep moving, even in the smallest ways, are the ones who continue to age with grace, with purpose, and with undeniable inner power. It's not about looking like a bodybuilder. It's not about lifting enormous weights or chasing extreme fitness goals. It's about reclaiming your ability to move freely and confidently. One simple exercise, one stretch, one breath at a time. And here's the real truth. Every one of the 5 exercises we've covered today goes far beyond just physical muscle. They're really about your mindset. They teach your body to trust itself again. They remind your brain that you're still in control. And they send a clear message to your heart that it's never too late to feel alive and vibrant. Whether it's the chair stand that restores your sense of independence, the wall push that builds lasting confidence, or the arm swing walk that lifts your spirits and your stride, each one is a personal message, from you to yourself. A message that says, I still matter, I still have strength, I'm still here. So as you finish this video, my hope is that you're not just walking away feeling informed. I hope right now you're feeling inspired, truly inspired. Inspired to try something new, inspired to believe in your body again, and inspired to remember that every single day offers a fresh opportunity to grow stronger, not weaker. You don't need fancy gym equipment. You don't need a personal trainer hovering over you. You don't even need to spend hours sweating through difficult workouts. What you really need is simple, but powerful. It's a decision, a choice to move, a choice to embrace strength instead of surrender, a choice to take that first small step toward reclaiming your energy, your vitality, and your confidence. And perhaps, just perhaps, tomorrow morning you'll wake up feeling a little different. You might notice a bit more energy in your step, a little more pride in your reflection, and maybe even a little spark of joy in your heart. Because when you take care of yourself, when you honor the amazing vessel that carries you through this life, you're not just exercising, you're living fully. You're saying yes to life, to possibility, and to your own well-being. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We'd truly love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned from this video, along with how you plan to apply it in your own life. Your thoughts mean so much to us, and reading your comments always brings great encouragement and motivation. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support makes it possible for us to continue creating valuable content to inform, uplift, and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see you again in the next video. Wishing you abundant health, happiness, and peace. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more.